Greetings, dear friends, and welcome small to this channel. This is 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐩𝐸 from 𝐒𝐻𝐸volution Company. Today, I'm going to be guiding you on how to create, add columns, and data to a table. Before we get started, if you have new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using Visual Studio Code as my IDE and my SQL command line to implement the syntax that I will be showing you using Visual Studio Code. In this case, I'm using Visual Studio Code as my editor. So before we get into how to create, add columns and data to a table, I am going to start with the syntax to use. To create a table, we use the following syntax. This is a syntax to create a table. You could add as many columns as possible. So we have create table and table name, and then the columns name and the data type. There's a syntax to create a table. To add a column to a table, we use the following syntax. We use the tab. So that is the syntax to add a column to a table. Now to add a data to a table, we use the following syntax. So these are the different syntax that we are going to use to create, add a column, and add data to a table. So let's launch MySQL command line file. So when my SQL command line client is being launched, you will be prompted to enter the password. So I have launched my SQL command line client. So I'm going to start by checking the different database that exists, and then selecting the one that I will be working with. So to do that, I'm going to use so these are the different databases that has been created already. That is the they exist. So I'm going to create a new database which I will be working with. So to create a new database, I'm going to use a database now has been created. To start working with my database, I need to tell my SQL that this is the database that I want to be working with. So to do that, I'm going to use okay. So now I am in the employee database. To check if I'm actually in the employee database, I'm going to use So you can see that I am in the employee database. So we are going to start by creating a table. To create a table in a database views, so remember that we said that to create a table, we have the create table, then the table name, the column name, data type, column name, data type. Now this is a table that we be creating and the data that will be inserted into the table. So our table is going to have four columns: the first name, sex, star sign, and birth year column. And that's the data that will be added to a table. So remember that we have the column name and the data type. So I'm going to start with the first column, which is first name. So here I'm saying that my first name would be of type variable character and can take a maximum of 30 characters. Okay, so now I have created my table person. So how do I know if the table has actually been created? I'm going to use, okay, you can actually see that our table was created. And to check that, there are various ways of doing that. You can use show column form table, that is, you precise the table name, or you still use, you get the same output. So now I have shown you how to create a table and its different fields. I'm going to proceed on how to add a new column or to a table. Or to do that, I'm going to assume that we want to add a new column called dot list. Remember that our table at this point, that is our person table, is made up of four fields: the first name, sex, star sign, and birth year. So we are going to add a fifth column. To do that, we are going to use syntax. It's always nice to capitalize, although it's not obligatory. Okay, so we have successfully added a new column birthplace. To check if that was actually done, you can use any of the two ways that I showed above. Here I'm going to use Skype, and you can see our new column, this bird. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to add data to a table. So to do that, we are going to use, so here you can see query OK to confirm that we have actually added our data into a table. That is our created table person, which is found where? In the employee database. So to actually check and confirm that, we are going to use select So you can see that data has actually been added to the person table. Thank you for watching this video. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Thank you.